Good evening everybody, welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going to be doing another installation, and this is installation for Micro XP. So this is a 90 megabyte Windows XP installation, and it's a 1 gigabyte. That's how much the OS. So this is good for if you've got an older machine and you want it to run fairly fast, and you can also have minimal bloatware on this as well. So we're going to be using a Type 1 hypervisor to do this. So let's start the machine. But just before I do that, let's move that. So Type 1 hypervisor, for the ones that haven't seen my last tutorial, this is a virtual, you might as well say it's a machine that's been virtualized. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to what I'm going to do is I am going to start this machine. So we'll go back to the micro, and now we go to start. So the machine is starting, sorry. Now let's continue with the installation. So I'm actually going to manipulate the installation from a laptop. So this is the first screen you come across. So usually you don't have to agree to terms and conditions, so setup is starting. So now all we have to do here is select our partition, or our hard drive. Yes, NTFS quick. So now it's going to format the virtual hard drive. It's only 32 gigs, but that's definitely enough for this demonstration. It technically isn't 32 gigs though, even though it says it. What it is, it's a dynamically decreasing disk. So if I was to put over 32 gigs of data in here, it'll actually expand. So yeah, so now it's formatted the hard drive. This installation shouldn't take too long. As you can see, it's pretty much breezing through it. And this is simulating an IDE hard drive, so pretty good. And look at that, we almost finished the first part of the installation, and we have. Now it's going to reboot. Now what it's going to do is install the programs and detect drivers, and this is what this part does. So yeah, Windows XP. And as I said, this is a micro edition of Windows XP, see? Windows XP Micro by Experience. So what it's going to do now is just load the setup. It's been a while since I've actually used this operating system on a actual physical computer. It was actually a few years back in 2014 that I actually used this on a physical computer when I was staying in another town while visiting my son. It was a 64 megabyte RAM computer that was at a house, and that's what I stuck this on. I think originally it had Windows 98 on it, I think, originally, but it was broken, so I just stuck a Micro XP on it. So this shouldn't be for too long. So, and the cool thing about Micro XP is it's pre-activated, so you don't have to have a license key to use this operating system. There will be a few drivers missing, because this version of XP doesn't come with much drivers. You might as well say it's a slimmed down version of XP, so these are good if you're wanting a little operating system that doesn't use much resources, and you got maybe a heavy program it uses resources, and you might want to have an operating system that's not as hungry on resources, but yeah, enough to handle your programs. Because Windows XP can also is also used even today for certain applications, like they still use it in the supermarkets for the checkouts and all that, to run everything. They still use Windows XP computers. So even Windows XP is still good to this day if it's offline and you're only using it for a specific purpose. So now this is the last reboot. Now we should be presented with the home screen. Here we go. And voila! Welcome to Windows XP. Oh yeah, this will probably have a few problems because it's unvirtualized. Okay, we go okay. Okay. Yeah, it's trying to oh, it's just got to do one more reboot. I think it just does its last reboot just to make sure, but it's just because there's hardly any drivers. But here we go. We should be all good now. And voila! Welcome to Windows XP Micro Edition. This is a, as it suggests, a micro edition of XP, and it's designed for. This will be good for something if you want something small, as I said, if you've got an older computer, and if you just want to use it for a specific thing. You can also still use Windows XP to make file servers and stuff like that. So if you've got an old computer with a lot of storage and you want a basic operating system just to do basic things on and doesn't use much resources, well, this might be the one for you. But anyhow, I hope you learned something new. I just thought I'd show a installation of Micro XP. Wasn't too long and too shabby. Until next time, everyone have a good day, and until next time, ciao ciao.